Hello everybody, welcome to another quick video. Now you find us this morning out in some quite thick fog. No, not too far from the canal in Cromford. We're actually sort of en route to another spot a little bit later on, but the fog is astounding. If I just spin around here, look at that, it's really doing some fantastic things. Weren't expecting it, so a bit of an impromptu just wander out, handheld with the camera, just pick out some bits and pieces. Now we're getting close to sunrise at the moment. I don't know whether you can actually make that out on the camera. There's just a little hint of a glow coming through. That's basically where the sun's coming up over there. But with this amount of fog and it's clear skies above it, I'm hoping we can get some nice interesting shots. Just play with the light a bit. The sheep there, they haven't even bothered getting up yet because it is freezing cold this morning, which is probably why we've got this. We're in a valley, we've probably sat inside a temperature inversion. But I'm hoping we're getting a few little shots. Fix the ISO at 200, run it aperture priority, f4, because well, this sort of thing I don't really need massive depth. So these trees, when you're sort of filtering it through the fog, might give us some interest. But we'll have a bit of a wander along the lane here, see what sort of things crop up as the sun comes up, and hopefully we'll get some cracking shots out of it. So, if it is a little bit too dark for the camera, apologies for the sort of quality of the video, but I'm hoping with what we've got, it'll work pretty well. I mean, this is normally a fairly busy place. The A6 is literally about sort of half a mile that way. We've got the railway just the other side there. Like I say, we've got the Cromford Canal just there, and it does get very, very busy very, very quickly. Normally, as soon as the light comes up, the bikes are out, you can't hear yourself think. So, this is an ideal time to pop out and, well, just look at these conditions. It's absolutely glorious. Basically just walking down this lane at the moment. I'm just looking for trees that are standing out that I might be able to use as compositions if the sun sort of starts to break over the ridgeline and sort of start filtering through this fog, which I'm hoping it does. But there's some quite astoundingly sort of eerie sort of shots that I'm sort of seeing as I'm wandering around. I'm thinking possibly a lot of sort of, possibly even black and white shots, some of these, but I won't know until I get the edit. It's one of those, normally as I'm taking a shot, I can have a look at it and work out, yeah, this will work like that. I've got no idea at the minute. It feels very, very fluid. It could well work either way. I don't know until I get back home and get it on the computer, but I mean, if I just wander down this way, back to where sort of we're parked, there's these old buildings just along here. Let me just flip you around. Just there in the mist. Now, from here I might be able to use a bit of zoom, compress that down. I think that might even work, so it just becomes like a focal point, possibly drop it over to the bottom third. So what you've got there, you've got the building, almost use that as a bit of negative space. That might work. I'll take the shot, try it. May work, may not work, I don't know. But I'll pop it up now for you. Obviously, the reason for running ISO 200 because it's dark at the moment. I mean, we're getting a little bit of light coming in now, but it is very, very dark. So I'm averaging between 1 and 1.6 seconds on the exposure. It's not a problem handheld with this. I can do these all day long. But it basically means that I've got to be very mindful of sort of how things are set up and sort of, yeah, be a little bit careful because it is absolutely freezing. I can barely feel my fingers at the minute. But from where I am at the moment, and there's a lovely little sort of S-curve in the road here. This tree, as you can see, some beautiful mist. Just getting the ghosts of the trees in the distance as well, which I think works quite nicely. So I'm going to grab a few more shots here. We are still getting just that little bit of extra glow coming through. You can see a little bit of colour forming. The birds are starting to wake up now. Certainly back there, the birds are waking up very loudly. The ducks are giving it a right one on the canal. which is why I sort of came away from it a little bit. But I think we've got a few little compositions that it can pick up. There's just that hint of, I don't know whether it's dew or frost just on the field as well, which may come through. But this is an absolutely beautiful morning, and beautiful it is now. Obviously we're getting into sort of the later start, so yeah, it makes sunrises a little bit easier to cope with, and there's still nobody around, which is perfect. It's exactly how I like my photography to be. Just nice and quiet, relaxed, nobody around, and just enjoy the moment. So yeah, I'm going to rattle off a few more shots now, keep on wandering, and see if I can find some bits that I think are going to work for when the sun actually does sort of get over that ridge line. So the wall's starting to come to life again now. Birds are shouting away. Got a buzzard screaming its head off back there. A few cars cropping up on the A6 now. A couple of trains have just been by. So things are starting to sort of come to life. We've got about 10-15 minutes or so before real sunrise. So going to keep on wandering around. I'm still finding little bits and bobs as I'm wandering as well. There's a couple of little sort of hawthorns along here that, I don't know, they've got that real sort of eerie feel to it, especially with that sort of low-lying fog that you've got across the valley to it as well. Really is quite a nice feel. Like I said, I don't know what sort of edits I'm going to do with these. It's such a eerie feel that works both in black and white and in colour. I don't know whether losing some of this sort of almost sort of pre-glow would actually sort of ruin the effect if it went to black and white. It's one I don't know until I try it. But certainly there'll be quite a few shots coming through. But I'm going to sit around now and sort of hang on a bit. I've got a spot that I think is going to work. I'll just flip you around. That tree just there, if the light streams in past that with these two alongside it, basically you've got a lovely sort of group in there of three. Lovely bit of negative space that's going on there. If the light comes across there, I think it could look quite nice. So that's basically the shot I'm going to be taking if we do get the sun coming through. Obviously we don't know yet until it happens, but that's part of the playing the waiting game. I mean, I love these sort of conditions if we're in woodland, but it's so rare to get them, because normally when we're out and about and we've sort of got these sort of conditions, it's places like this. We're in a deep valley rather than in a wood. But yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed that this holds up and we get some quite nice nice sunbeams coming through, because if it does come off, that's going to be really, really pretty. But what I'll do, I'll sort of probably sit this one out, wait for it now. I'll bob a few more shots up as we go through and sort of so you get a little bit of a gallery. But if you have enjoyed this little quick video, please do give it a big thumbs up. It helps out no end. And if you have liked it a lot, hit subscribe. See more of this sort of nonsense from me every week. But from a very, very foggy Cromford in Derbyshire, thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Take care.